Here we are. Now let's make a clear setup of the new Apple iPhone 17 Pro with iOS 26. Here we are. Oh, some information about our phones on the screen. If you does not have it switched on the right side there is a button. This button you have to push for 1 second. Then the device will boot and of course you will see hello. Now you can swipe with your fingers upward and select now your language. English. Choose your country or region. In my case, it's Germany. In your case, maybe it is the United States or Great Britain or something else. Or, of course, Algeria, Albania, whatever. And then you choose the settings of the language and we are going to the appearance. We choose how we would like to text and icons to look on our iPhone. Medium, large, default, as you like it. Then we can perform a quickly setup by our iPhone. We brings our current iPhone or a pioneer of that new phone to sign into our Apple account. We set up this later or manually. Now we have to choose a Wi-Fi network. You will need an internet access with that phone to activate this. So we choose now a 2.4 or 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi network, and we have to get in now the password for this Wi-Fi to join this Wi-Fi. Because in the next step, we are going to activate this phone. This phone is now calling the service of Apple, and then it will be activated, and we can make the next steps. Software update. We can make this now, or we can update this later. Then, data and privacy. This icon appears when an Apple feature asks to use their personal information. Apple collects this information only when they need it to enable specific features. And the age of range. Are you a child, 15 or younger, or are you a teen or an adult? Let's switch to an adult. Now the next thing is the iPhone can recognize the unique three-dimensional features of our face to unlock automatically. And of course we can use Apple Pay to make purchases or subscribe to services from Apple. Let's make this because it's really important for a safer use. Get started. We go with our face, and now we move our face in a rotation, and just done. That was the first try. Now we're able to use that with an ID, with a mask on our face. Wow, let's make this happen because this is more detailed. Let's get the second round now. Rotate in a circle. Slowly, just done. And now you can see this iPhone sees that there is an glasses on mine. Okay, let's continue and remove the glasses. Next step, without glasses. Now we are. Rotate. Now you see. Have to go a little bit closer, a little bit not so close, and something else. Now the Face ID is now set up. We can add a different pairs of glasses to use it with the Face ID if we need it. Now we create a phone passcode, of course, because our Face ID provides convenient and secure access to by recognizing our face. But occasionally, and after reboot, our passcode will be required for validation. You should not use this, okay? You should use a better passcode, please. A better means not only 1 up to 6. Now we can transfer apps and data. We can get our existing apps and informations like photos, notes, and reminders onto that new phone. From an iCloud backup, from another iPhone, from a Mac or a personal computer, or from an Android. This is only once possible while we perform a setup. We do not transform. But now we need an Apple account for a good use of that phone. We sign in with an email or phone number to use the iCloud, the App Store, and other Apple services. It's for free. You go to the internet and create an Apple account for you, and then enter this to that phone and continue this process. Accept the agreement, terms and conditions. Now you can see we are entering into our account, into our Apple account, and signing in and get information, and of course get the cloud services staff ready for use. Of course, this will take you a couple of seconds or something else. Of course, if you have a fast internet access, it will be faster than you have a slow, of course. But now we are signed in to our account, and after this, we are able to use this account on all our Apple devices. That means if you're an iPad or something else, you can make a synchronization with the iCloud, for example, for it. And we need the iCloud for an iCloud lock and so else for security. Now we make this to our new iPhone. What's going on? We can, because of our account, we can move app settings and wallet, for example. But we can also make a customize. A customize is like a brand new if you do not perform this before. We can update our phone automatically. We can perform this, or we can make it only download automatically and then make an update by ourselves. Then we have location services. This allows maps and other apps and services like Find My together and use that as indicating our location. Of course, if you're going to use maps, then you will need that. And we can set up a mobile services. We visit our contact or local O2DE store to get instructions to how to set up a phone number on this cell phone. Because we have the possibility to use, of course, a SIM card over there. Or, of course, we can use, if you have an American model, only the embedded SIM. Embedded in SIM means we have a contract for an eSIM, and then we get a QR code, and we scan that QR code. Information will be shared, job's done. Or we make a detail activation code entering SMTP plus address, activation code and confirmation code. After this, we should be ready for mobile. Or we make setup later or setup never, because you do not need an SIM card provider to use that phone. But mobile, of course, but at home and Wi-Fi, no problem. Then we can use Apple Pay. To reach with cars, with it's time to pay, we just use our iPhone or Apple Watch to pay online. That's possible. We have to continue this here and enter our Visa, MasterCard, and so on to that system, and then we can pay with that. You do not have to do that, but you can. And we have screen time information. So we get a weekly report with insights about our screen time and set the time limits to apps, and we want to manage them, for example. That's a good feature to see how long you're using that. Then, of course, you can get iPhone Analytics or use that. We can share it with Apple or don't share it. Then we can get an information light or dark display. Automatic means which surrounding is there. You get dark or lighter, or you make direct the dark system. Go to the dark side or the light side of your display. Then we have here Apple Intelligence. This understands our personal contacts. We can contact to Wi-Fi and power to prepare for the Apple Intelligence. That's possible to new ways to express ourselves. The start of a new era of Siri will they be, and the build for privacy. Then, of course, we have the set of the camera control button. The camera control button is over there on the right side, okay? This camera control button can make a light press to adjust zoom, exposure, and more. And of course, we can make a shutter and use this to switch between something, because it is a haptic feedback button. Then we have an action button on the left side of our device. This action button we can customize as silent mode, focus, or add camera, or of course torch, or voice memo, for recognized music, translate, magnifier, shortcuts, accessibilities, or nothing. You can choose what you prefer. continue after you choose, but you can make an edit, of course, later in settings. Then we get an information about emergency SOS. We can press and hold the power button and one of the side buttons to get in that special menu. So you can go here to make an SOS call. Or you hold, if your SIM card is activated, you can hold and steady hold this for about, I think, 5 seconds, and it will be automatically call the emergency after this process is done. And the siren is loud. And we have a crash detection. If our phone detects a serious car crash, it will automatically try to then call the emergency services. And in a lot of countries, the emergency SOS via satellite will be enabled. And that means if there is no mobile, you can select a satellite and get emergency services. That's really good and lifesaver as something else. And then we can get started. And we are in the new Apple iPhone 17 Pro in the iOS 26.